Alright, hello again, Jeff Scott of Blackhawk Technical College. I'll be coming at you right now with the last chapter that I'm going to be doing for today, which is Chapter 8, Helping Your Visitors Find What They Want, Managing Menus. Alright, and as they mentioned, menus and content are closely intertwined. Alright, by adding menu links, you create category pages and other types of pages to your visitor. Menus are no different from any other menu or website menu. So in this chapter, what we're going to do is add a new menu, create submenus, adjust menu module settings, and create hyperlinks in article texts. And if you'll notice, I did go back here and I added for the other three dummy articles, the Watching the Bad Sculpture documentary, New Bad Art Book, and the Corbin Magazine Looking for Articles, just so you can see in that news overview page, I now have all four as they show in the book. Back on page 210. Alright, okay, jumping back then to the book, how many menus can you have? On any Joomla website you can have as many menus as you want. The default site had getting Joomla up and running, and it had the user menu, the top, the about Joomla, the Australian parks, the main menu, and the fruit shop. Those were along the side, and there were three along the top with home, sample sites, and joomla.org. It says it's great to be able to add as many menus as you like. This allows you to set up different menus for different functions for different users. For example, you can have a main menu at the top of the page with your primary links and another menu somewhere on the right side we've been doing, but you can put it someplace else too for secondary links. You may also have a special menu with action items like login and register, etc. So really what they're saying here is the possibilities are limitless. You can put in virtually whatever you want to put in. Okay, so they say here, remember modules are Joomla's magic building blocks. Menus are modules too, and we're going to get into that in a later chapter. Okay, so the first thing we want to do here under the creating user-friendly navigation, cleaning up the main menu, is to change the order of our menu items. Alright, so I'm just picking it up on page 217 and jumping back into here. So it says by default a new menu item is added to the end of an existing menu. If you added a new menu link to any menu, it will always show up last. This is probably not what you want, although again it could be depending on what it is you want to have. So it looks like, if we go back to our book here for a second, what we want to do is we want to go from this to this. So notice we want the mission statement to go down towards the bottom, the news archive to be on the bottom, the Who Are Korba to be moved up above the mission statement in the news archive, the facts on bad art to be moved up above the Who Are Korba, the activities to be moved up above the facts on bad art, the news on top of activities, and our home, of course, to be on the top. So I'm going to try to change it right now, we'll see, to make it look the way that it looks right here. Alright? So I'm going to follow the steps that start here on page 218 and continue on 219 and 220. So we're told here to edit the main menu contents, go to menus, main menu. Click on the title of the item you want to edit, news archive. And we didn't, I jumped ahead, I'm sorry. So let's do this. Let's go back one. And let's change the order to what is shown there on page 218 in your book. Okay, so I want to click over here so I'm able to sort by column. Alright, and I want to go home. Then I want my mission statement to move down, right down towards the bottom. Alright, so for now we'll put it right there. And it was close, we wanted the news archive to go down at the bottom. We'll get it. There's news archives, and up above news archives we want the mission statement. Whoops, one more. So we now got news archives in the bottom, mission statement. The Who Are Korba should come next. Alright. The news articles overview. I think we want to change this. And what we'll do is we'll make that, instead of making it a child of the main menu, alright, the parent item, we'll make it the parent be news. told to do that, but I think it's going to end up looking a little nicer going that way. So we now have at the bottom news archives, then mission statement, then who are Corba, then facts on bad art, then activities, which they told us earlier to change to Corba activities. All right. We've got all this stuff that I guess should have also been moved over. These shouldn't be main things anymore. So let's click on, let's do those. Then we'll have news, and we'll have home. So let's go to art lectures. And art lectures, if you remember, the parent, oh, that was a while ago, should be, oh, didn't we do that before? We were supposed to have created something else in an earlier chapter, which, for the life of me, I can't remember what we called it, but I must not have done it. It's supposed to be called activities. Do we have an activities in here? No. So I should come in here and I should go back to content. Let's go back to here. Content, category manager. I should add a new category that's called activities. Oh no, we have Corba activities. I'm sorry, we've got reviews and facts under there. What? Doggone it. What we wanted when we were all done was something that was similar in the book, way back to page, alright, so we have Corba activities. We were supposed to have art lectures and meetings. We didn't. Okay? And then we were supposed to have something called bad art. It's right there, and that was actually supposed to have underneath it facts and reviews. And there's facts reviews, but they're under activities, so let's change those. So the parent here, it says bad art. Reviews. It says the parent should be bad art. That's what we wanted. Why aren't these two things? Parent should be bad art. Save and close. Why is that not showing right then? That's set up like that. But I'm going to see if I can fix the other ones. Club activities, I should move art lectures and club meetings to club activities, so I'm going to go back and do that. So club meetings, Corba activities. According to this, they're set up correctly. They're just not showing correctly up on the screen. So somehow I've screwed something up. Alright, whatever. Okay. Sorry about this. Okay, let's go back to our site and let's see how we change this. Home, news. Again, those things should be under here, under activities, and they're not. Don't know why. Alright. Facts on bad art, who are Corba, mission statement, and news archives. I wish I could move those two things, the art lectures and the club meetings, to where they belong, but for some reason they're not correct. Alright, I'll have to try to take a look at it if I get time. Wish I knew what the problem was. Alright, I'm on page 219. They're telling us here, time for action, creating a secondary menu. Alright, I'm going to do this, believe me, and I apologize in advance, this is going to be very quick, this lecture. if at all possible, because my wife called me and I'm supposed to be home right now. All right. So, steps here on, it says it takes just a couple steps to adjust the orders of the menus. I did all that, so that should be okay. All right, creating submenu items on 219. To edit the main menu contents, that's what we want to do. All right, so we want to go back here. We want to go to menus, main menu. Click on the title of the item you want to edit, news archive. In the details section, the parent item is set to menu, item root. This indicates it's a top level link. Change the menu, parent menu, to news. Click on save and close. And we should see when we get back that it's now the news articles overview and the archives are both children here, which is what we'd want. All right. I'm going to go back and try to fix those other ones that are right now screwed up. Why did that do it? No, not that, sorry. So this should be a child of bad art. And I guess it can't be. Parent item should be bad art. So maybe I screwed up the bad art. Let's check on that. So where in here is just bad art? According to this, I'm trying to find my upper level menus. All right. It should be under menus, menu manager, main menu, home, news. Now art lectures and club meetings should both be children of Corba activities. All right, so, and club meetings. Okay, so that should be done. And then I should have one that's just called bad art that has a facts and it has a reviews under it. There's facts, and I don't even see a reviews here. I don't know what the hey I did. Alright, I'm going to click on this and just change the name of it from facts on bad art to just facts. Get rid of that. Save, close. And then I want to create two new menus underneath that. One called facts and one called reviews. hopefully, save and close. Hopefully, and now when I go back to the home page, it looks the way that it should have looked earlier. I don't know what happened to this. I really and truly don't. I'm trying to follow along with the instructions that we had. So let's see. Now when we go back and look at our menus, do they look the way that they showed in the book on page 218? Home, news, activities, facts, who are Corba, mission statement, and I guess the news archive, but I put the news archive under news. Let's go back and make one more change. Again, I'm trying to make this look the way that it's supposed to look. Alright, so I'm going to go back to my menu manager here. It's almost there. So I've got home, I've got news. Now the news article's overview should be now in news. Oh, we don't want that, period. That's fine the way it is. Do we have a news archive? There's the archives. According to that, the parent should be main menu root. Okay, so that'll fix that. The facts should be called facts on bad art. Alright. Now let's take a look. Home, news, activities. Okay, I'll change that. Facts on bad art, who are Corba, mission statement, and news archives. So the only thing I want to change is I want activities here to be called, instead of Corba activities, I want it to be called activities again. Alright, so go right here, and its name, remove the Corba. Save and close, back to here, fresh, home, news, activities, facts on bad art, who are Corba, mission statement, and news archive. Now it looks the way it does on page 218. Okay, sorry for that interlude. So, 219, creating a secondary menu item. To edit it, go to menus, main menu, click on the content of the item you want to edit, which is news archive. We don't want to use archives. That should have been just archives singular, not plural. So we get rid of that. Okay. Double check and make sure that should fix that. News archive. Come on. Why didn't it do that? And it is singular. Good. All right. Click on the title of what that you want to edit. So let me go back to it again. News archive. In the details section, the parent item is set to menu item root. This indicates its top level. Change it to news. So go back to what I had already done. So put it there. Click on save and close. And I should go back into my menu manager. And now notice the news archive along with news article overview is under news. Good. To make sure the menu will display the sublinks as intended, let's check a setting of the current menu module. Go to Extensions, Module Manager. In the Select Type drop-down list, select Menu. Click on the This Site menu module to edit it. Let's see what he's talking about. So, select type, drop-down list. There we go. click on the This Site click on the This Site menu module to edit it. Okay, click on the Options tab, and under Basic Options, let's see if they're here. Check if the N level is set to all. It's not. This indicates all submenus will be displayed. So now it will. Leave the Show Submenu Items to no, unless you want to display the submenu items even if the main menu item hasn't been clicked. So it should look like Main Menu, Current, 1, All, No, as shown on page 221. Click View Site to see the output on the front end. Refresh. I don't see it here. The main menu shows 6 primary links. When the visitor clicks on news, a secondary link will be displayed. How about save and close and undo it? Okay. There's the news archive. Alright, very similar again to what they show in the book here on page 221. What just happened? By assigning a parent item to it, you changed a menu link into a submenu link. Using main parent links and secondary child links, you can clarify the coherence of the site. Alright. Change the contents of a menu, you use the menu manager to change the menu location and the behavior. You change the menu module settings. This combination of the menu manager and menu module settings may be confusing, but we'll practice with it some more later, and as you're working on your site, ideally you're practicing with it also. Alright? Okay, jumping back then. We just did all this. Option 3, adding a separate new menu. So let's do that right now. Okay? So again, I'm going to follow the steps on pages 222, 223. Okay? Alright. So, we're told here to go to Menus, Menu Manager, and click on New. So we're going to add a new menu. In the Menu Manager, add new screen, enter the title. This is a name again displayed. Enter the menu type 2. We've entered About Corba for the title. Alright. As both the menu title and the menu type. After clicking Save, it says you'll notice the menu type is automatically changed to About Corba. And it did. The description is optional, although it can be useful to help you distinguish between different menus. For now, let's enter Menu About Corba, and then click on Save and Close. Alright. It says at the bottom of the list you should see your new entry, right there. If you were to click the About Corba link now, you'd see all the menu details again that you just saw. So in the Menu Manager, we just created a new menu. It's visible on the back end, but of course it's still empty. So we're going to add some stuff to it starting here on page 224. So we just did all this, and we're up to here. Okay? One way to fill a new menu is by creating brand new links. Menus About Corba, New. In this case, however, we'll move 3 existing links from the main menu to our new menu. Okay, so we're going to do that in just a second. I'm going to follow the 6 steps on pages 224 and 225 right now. In the menu manager, locate the main menu. Click on main menu to edit it. Select the menu items you want to move to the new menu. In this example, we've selected Hua Korba and the mission statement. At the top of the screen, select Batch, which should give us our batch pop-up. In the select menu, or where we want to move it to, we want to add the About Korba, add to this menu. Alright. On the Process button, we should select Move and Process. Click on Menus over here to switch to our menus, and there's About Korba. And if we click on the link, it should now have our two Hua Korba and alright. We back up one. It says here if we click on the two, we'll see the actual menus. So you can do that in addition to clicking on the link. Alright, so we've now done everything on 224 and 225. Everything is set up fine now. The new About menu, About Korba menu contains the desired hyperlink. There's only one thing left to do: make it visible on your site. So let's follow the steps on 226 and 227 in order to do that. So again, I'm just following along in the book, and I'm about to come in here. We just did this. We did the Add Korba. And now we're going to add the steps here to basically add this. Alright. Telling Joomla to, as it says, to display the menu. Alright. Alright, so we want to go to Menus. Menus, Menu Manager. I like to always go back to the regular system first. I haven't been always doing that, but Menus, Menu Manager. Let's see all the menus. Locate the About Korba. Click on the Add a Module for this menu type link. This is a shortcut to the Module Manager. In the Module Manager, enter a title for the About Korba menu. Select Position Right 7. This should make it appear in the same column as the main menu. Click on Save, Close, and click on View Site. So there's our About Korba. There's the Hua Korba and the mission statement. Okay? And you can see the stuff has been removed from here. Looking good. Alright. We're almost there. We've got our new menu showing up in the left column, but we obviously want it to appear below the main menu to establish a better visual hierarchy. There's just one extra step. If you've clicked out of the module editing screen, navigate back to Extensions Module Manager. And select the About Korba to edit it again. In the details sections, there's two things that control where the menu will turn up on the front end. We'll leave the position unchanged. In the ordering drop-down box, the current value is 1. That number indicates that the menu is now the top item. To change this value, select the lower position. In this example, it's 5, this site. This will place it below the current position of the main menu. Click on Save and Close. View the site, and let's see if it indeed is moved. There's this site. Uh-oh. It's not here. So let's go back and try it again. It's an ordering drop-down. This should be 1, I think, as it was. Talking about ordering drop-down. Base item. Ordering. There it is. In that ordering, we'll choose 5. It's 5 user site. Now I'm going to choose 6, even though it says 5 there. Let's check on save and close and see if now I fixed it. There it is. Okay. What just happened on 227? We've chosen to take 2 links out of the main menu and show them in a separate menu. We've succeeded in cleaning up the previously overcrowded main menu. It now shows just 4 links, those being home, news, activities, and facts on bad art. Now the About Corba other menu has who are Corba and our mission statement. Alright, if we don't like the styling, then you're saying wait till chapter 11 and we'll talk a little CSS. Alright, turning back up then in your book to page 228. Change menu settings. The author says here, you may want to experiment with the menu module settings to adjust the position of the menu on the web page. No, I don't. Alright. In Joomla 3, as mentioned towards the bottom of the page here, the horizontal top menu is in fact the most important site menu. Not only is it visually prominent, it's also the menu that remains visible even if the website is shown on a small screen like a smartphone or tablet. Joomla's default template ProStar is set up to automatically adapt. However, the layout does not change when the site is displayed on a smaller screen. You can try it now by resizing your browser window. Let's do that. Alright, so there we've got it. Let's resize this window. It's easy to assign the contents of the main menu to the top menu and vice versa. So I think it's this main menu that we want to look at here and change the size. So you'll notice as we do that, what ends up happening, there it is, and as we make it smaller and smaller, alright, it looks like one big humongo page there. Alright, so we are told to come back here, go to Extensions, Module Manager, locate the menu module top, and click on its name to edit it. Remember, those are the 2 things that are right now on the top, which is there are just a couple things. Click on the Options tab, in which there aren't any, and under the Basic Options, click the Select menu, right, which is top, to select main menu instead of the current one. Make sure N level is set to all. It is. And that show submenu items is set to yes, which it now is. That way the menu will display the submenu links and not just the main menu links. Save your changes, and they're telling us to have a look at the front end. So let's save and close. Go back to our front end, and you'll see how this has changed. And when we mouse over it, you can see our submenus underneath. Looking good. Alright. Okay. Jumping back then into the book. On page 230, we just did this, so jumping back to 230. At this moment, the site contains 2 menu modules which display the same contents. Both the top and the menu module called This Site display the contents of the main menu. You can easily correct this by assigning the top menu contents to the This Site menu module. To do this, navigate, well, let's just do it. Navigate to the Module Manager, Extensions, Module Manager, open up the menu module called This Site, and under the Options, Basic Options Select menu, right here, make sure that Top is selected. Save the changes, and take a look at the front end. It's still there. Now notice, all right, under This Site, we've got the Home and Contact Us, and the other stuff has been moved up here. All right. So the Home and Contact Us is exactly what is shown in your book on page 231. We could leave the menu as is, but it doesn't serve a purpose. The Home link is already present in the horizontal top menu, so why not move the Contact Us link to another menu and unpublish this superfluous menu altogether? To do this, navigate to Menus, Top, select the Contact Us link, click Batch. Oops, sorry. It says select the link. I think we were just supposed to select that. And click Batch. And we want to move that to the main menu. All right. And tell it to process it. Next, navigate to, so we'll go back and double check what we did was correct. So now all that's there is this. This site has just got Home on it. Good. All right. Now navigate to Extensions Modules again. Locate the This Site module. Click the green link, green tick in the status column to unpublish it. Go back to here and it should now be gone. And it is. Alright. Alright, that gets us up to the bottom of page 231. We're making some progress. Couple more things to do in the chapter and then we'll put another one to rest. So again, I'm on page 232. 231, I'm sorry. Creating split submenus. Earlier in the chapter you saw that you could create submenu links. By default, every new link is a top level link. Its parent is automatically sent to menu item root. If you change it, it becomes a submenu link. Normally submenu links are displayed within the same menu as the parents. You've seen how this works because we did it before. However, you can choose an altogether different representation. A common one is to put the main navigation links horizontally along the top and display the second level links in a separate menu module. This creates a clear visual distinction between the two. The parent items can be marked as active with a different color, a style, etc. Alright, so that's what we're going to do here. So it says, an example is shown in the following screenshot that's on page 232 in our book. And as mentioned, we're going to do this in just a minute by following the steps on 232, 233. Okay, in just a second. So it says a primary link, Activities, is shown in the horizontal menu. When it's clicked, a separate submenu shows vertically. Okay? It says this menu setup can be useful if you've got a lot of submenu contents, because again, as the site gets more complex, it's easier for people to possibly at least navigate their way around this way. Okay, so how do you build this kind of menu in Joomla? In short, you create a copy of the main menu, set the original main menu to show only the top level links, and set the copy to show only the second level links. Thereby, Joomla will automatically display the appropriate submenu when the parent item is chosen in the top menu. We won't add a split menu to our example, all right, as it doesn't exactly have the content that would justify it. It says, if you want to, you can do that. Okay? It says these are the required steps. I'm not going to run through them because they're not going to do it, so why should I guess. All right. But they say there, suppose you've got the top level Navigate to Extensions Module Manager, select the top level module, click, choose Duplicate. Alright, set the status of that module to Published. Under the basic options, set the start level to level 2, which means it'll only display the second level. Alright, show the original top and set both the top and the end to 1. So doing this, creating the duplicate, and then setting it to start and end at 2 will show only the lower level, and by setting the upper level to 1, it will show only the upper level. And the author mentions that there are a lot of different ways that you can do this, and he shows you here on 234. Alright, next, exploring the menu module settings on 236, 237, 238. The author goes over all of the different things that are in there under the menu options. Again, I'm not going to do that. We did a little bit of that in class. Alright, I'm just going to jump up all the way to page 239. What types of menu links are available? Again, the author mentions here as creating menu links is an essential activity. Alright. They say navigate to menus, click on the name and choose new, and it'll show you these different types. They also mention below that the list may be different on your particular install, so it might look a little different. When building the example site, we use just a few of these: the single article, the category blog, and the contacts single contact, which was about all we used. Those main things are explained here on pages 240 and 241. Again, we have gone over those in class. Alright, the last thing that's discussed in this chapter is on pages 242 and 243, creating plain menu links. The author says, sometimes you'll want to show hyperlinks that are not part of a menu but are embedded in article text. To create these, you use the article button at the bottom of the article screen. So they want us to go to Content, Article Manager here. Let's close this one. Alright, so Content, Article Manager. And open the article you want to add a link to. It looks like they've got Bad Art Exhibition coming up. So if I have that one, there it is. Alright. Place the cursor in the article text on the position where you want the link to go. How about right there? Okay. And I just arbitrarily picked that. So click the article button on the bottom of the editor screen. Let's back up. So let's go under the, let's see. So we want the Bad Art Exhibition coming up. Let's go to Ugly Art Lecture. We'll put it in there. Okay. And again, we'll just choose something by default. About right there. I'm going to come down here, click Article, choose the Bad Art Exhibition coming up, and as they say, that's it. Alright, so again, this was in the Ugly Art Lecture. Let's do a save and close, and let's bring up the Ugly Art Lecture. I don't have any idea where that is, but let's find it. And if we read more, hopefully in here we're someplace going to see, there it is. And it literally replaced the stuff we had in there with that. So I have to go back and change it. It is groovy the way it is. Alright. We could have gone back into the toggle for the editor also and looked at it in there. Alright, so it was in the I think it was in the Ugly Art Lecture. There it is. Alright. So I can go back to here where we've got more by... Let's go back and just go grab this. Alright. here. And when we've got this, I'm going to go into toggle editor here. And you can see how it was put in right there. All right, but I could go back and change this to diameter, hello, something like that. All right, and then put it in like this. Bad art exhibition coming up. So save and close, and you'll notice now that I've sort of fixed it up a little bit. Again, I could come in and add some blank spaces or whatever. We created a text hyperlink from one article page to another article page on the same site. Let's double check and make sure, if we can, that that indeed worked. So there's our ugly art lecture. We are going to come in here and click on bad art exhibition coming up, and there it is. Okay, great. Okay, so as far as I can tell, I'm now through the first 8 chapters. So next week I'm going to go over chapter 9, enabling users to log in and contribute. Chapter 10, which is getting the most out of your site, extending Joomla. Chapter 11, working with templates. And chapter 12, which is on search engine tips, techniques, and optimization. Talk to you then.